really, really excited for tonight. Let's go ahead and tell you who the heck these people are on here. You've probably seen them before if you've been in the group, but I'm going to go ahead and have them introduce themselves real quick. So Matt, who are you?
Hi, Matt Munguia from San Antonio, Texas, and I head up this little organization called the Insurance Squad that you might have heard about before. So anyway, we specialize in a few things, namely Medicare is kind of what we're doing and helping this group with. And one of my partners is on with us today, Mr. Luis Moreno. I won't steal his thunder.
Luis.
I'm in San Antonio. So Matt and I have been great friends for years. We've been competitors. We play tennis together. I am the better tennis player and the older one. You know, we want to make that fact clear before he jumps
coming out to Texas, and we'll find out.
Yeah.
We're going to my jam. We'll get some pickleball going on.
But Matt asked me years ago, hey, man, can you help me with our agents and our group of guys that are out there already mingling with seniors and help them cross-sell Medicare? And I was like, God, it took us a while to get it together, and we finally came together, and now that's all I'm doing is we're helping agents sell Medicare. And we're doing some unique things out there that other entities like us are not doing.
And so we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the landscape. We're going to talk about the huge opportunity and stuff. So for those watching, I'm going to go ahead and put this out here. A little quiz for you guys. Let's see who gets the closest. How many people a day are turning 65? Guys, that is the opportunity right now and how big this market is growing. And the Medicare market is the 65 plus. And, it is huge how many people a day are turned 65.
That's how I start my presentation to agents. And we always put out, a lot of people think that the ship has sailed. They're coming in late to the party. And, I should have done this 5 years ago. Well, that's how we start off our presentations to these agents. Guys, the party is just starting.
Mm-hmm.
Ship is still a dock. You can still hop on. And so it's still there. We got X amount of numbers, X amount of people turning, and it's a crazy amount, turning 65 every single day. But, David, this is the storm. Okay, they talk about the movie, The Perfect Storm. So there's a lot of things happening. So number one is you've got all these people turning 65. That's one. Second is you've got a lot of agents retiring. So you've got them coming out. And then third is when these seniors, in fact, I was on an appointment Saturday, these seniors are getting flooded and they're hearing from every company out there, we're the best, we're the best, we're the best. Well, guess what? You tell a senior that all 10 of these companies are the best and they literally freeze. They're like, well, they don't want to make a mistake. They don't want to enroll with the wrong one and blow their chance. So we are in such a great position to capitalize on what's happening. And do we have any answers on how many people are turning 65?
We do, and I think it might be right as well. Justin Garcia with 10,000. Is that right?
Let's give it to him. That's right around that.
That's pretty close. I think that's right. So Justin, you got it.
That is a day.
Yes. Medicare is not something that is for the consumer just to understand. Everything's different. They're not familiar with it. They just turned 65. How do I even get started in this process? And so I would say this is even a biggest opportunity for those that are really relationship driven. If you like building relationships with your clients and educating them and really taking them through and making sure they're comfortable and understand and get set with what they need, this is the market for it. I mean,
David, I want to add to your comment about seniors needing help. So seniors that are turning 65, they're coming from two channels, okay? One channel is they've never had insurance. And now all of a sudden they're entering Medicare. You got Part A, Part B, Part C, Part D, Plan A, you got the whole alphabet. It is freaking confusing, okay? All right, and you got the other channel. You got seniors that have worked for an employer and they were told, here is your plan. Do you want it? Yes or no? There was no thinking about it. Well, now seniors are coming in, turning 65 and getting into Medicare. So not only do they have this alphabet that they have to deal with on all these different plans, but now they have multiple companies: Aetna, Humana, United, Clover, Amerigroup, WellCare, Oscar, Mutual of Omaha. You've got 100, I mean, literally, depending on the product, tons of companies. It really creates a mind screw. It screws with their mind on what to do. So they do need our help.
But yeah, let's go ahead and start talking about agents. One of the first things yes, you're helping people. It's much needed. It's a huge opportunity. But let's go ahead and hop into one of the things agents mostly care about is why is this a big income opportunity? And let's talk about the actual selling of Medicare. What can they expect as far as commissions? What can they expect as far as cross opportunities with like medical med sups to go along with it? What can they expect as far as renewals? And why is Medicare, almost the best of both worlds between life and P&C, between nice one-time commissions and then nice renewals as well, and having a sellable book eventually over time too. So let's go ahead and talk about that. I don't know which one of you guys wants to hop in and take
I'll answer one of the questions, and then Luis can take over. To answer the question, I mean, what's so cool about, in my opinion, about the Medicare space is that you can make $100,000 in lifetime renewals in 1 year. Is it going to be tough? Yes. Are there going to be challenges? Yes. Are there going to be roadblocks? Yes. Are you going to have to train? Yes. You're going to have to study? Yes. You're going to have to do a lot of things that you have to do. Like I always say, look, we will do our part. You got to do your part. So if you do your part, there's going to be people right here with our organization that in 1 year's time make over $100,000 in their first year with us on Medicare renewals, which is only 400 clients. Okay. We have a guy here, as probably everybody knows, he did over 800 clients in 10 months, so that's over $200,000 in renewals. So can it be done? Yes. Several people here will do over 100,000 renewals in 1 year. Is there going to be challenges? Yep. Is there going to be a learning curve? Yep. There's going to be all that kind of stuff that goes along with it. It's not going to be easy. But I think the most important thing is that we've already done it. A lot of people talk, but we've already got numbers with agents with those numbers already in a quick amount of time. So I think that's super important.
But no, this is the way it works, guys. And here's the beauty of this business. And I have a good, sizable P&C agency. And our products, it's a commodity now. We're now competing online. We're experiencing commission cuts. I mean, it is a tough industry, but I wouldn't give it up. Okay, still, with Medicare, I have never seen our commissions go down. We keep getting raises every single year. Now, not a lot, but hey, a raise is a raise. Okay, so that's number one. For those of you that don't know what kind of commissions we're talking about, in the Medicare Advantage world, we're getting $510 for a brand new to Medicare. This person is either aging in, they're turning 65, or they worked and they're maybe 67 and they're retiring and they're going to be new to Medicare. So you will make an initial $510.
And that varies by state, right?
In that very first.
California is closer to 600, right? Maybe?
Yeah, and I'm talking most states. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, and I'm probably 47 states. The other states have different commissions, but they're not lower than this. Okay. Now, after that renewal, the following 12 months, you are going to make half of that. So $255. You're going to make that. And here's what the beauty is, guys. And you're sitting there, well, how long will I make that? You're going to make that for life. Lifetime renewals, as long as they're your customers. Okay, that's where you have to have a retention plan in place. Okay, so if you start doing the math, just like Matt was saying, okay, 400 customers, that really truly is $100,000 in renewals. Okay, I mean, it's achievable. Now, Matt, we just posted, we had 2 of our guys this month, and this is not even open enrollment, guys. We have 2 guys this month that wrote. One guy did 87, and what did the other guy do, Matt? 80 maybe? Somewhere
yeah, it was a lot. And the other cool thing is, remember, I forget the exact number on commissions, Lou, but in 2021, again, we're getting another raise, aren't we?
539, I believe, and then what's that? Half of that, 539?
270.
270. There you go. So we just got a raise. So it's a beautiful industry to be in. And the other thing, is that these people want our help.
Well, one, the P&C guys will love this, that, Medicare is not something that they're going and shopping every 6 months and just looking for lowest price, leaving every 6 months, or, shopping around, so a little different from the, typical P&C sales. So that's nice. And then, yes, they absolutely need this. No one's like, you know what, forget Medicare. I've been paying into it my whole life. I don't want it. I'm just not going to have Medicare. No, they turn 65. Yes, I want my Medicare. Someone please help me now. So yes.
And then here's the deal. It's not like they have a ton of options. They really either can go this way. I can't see my hand. They can go, I'm trying to figure out, okay, they can either go that way or that way. That's it. There you go. They have option 1, option 2. Pick it. Okay, what's option 3? Well, option 3, and I use this word a lot with seniors, you want to run naked. And Mr. Senior, you don't want to run naked. We do not want to see you around the neighborhood naked. Okay, but you either want option number 1 or you want option number 2. And then my biggest analogy of it, it's like buying a car or a truck. Well, is one better than the other? And I every time I tell a senior that, they're like, well, it depends. I said, you're right. Option 1, option 2, it depends. What works for you? That's how hard this business is. There's a little bit more to it, but that's it.
Yeah. So obviously there is a selling opportunity with Medicare. That is a great tool, something for agents to also offer, whether it's their primary line of focus or also just to have, is something additional to sell for the income opportunity as well. But I also want to talk about the cross-sell opportunity. Yeah, maybe they're mainly P&C focused. Maybe they're mainly life focused, or maybe final expense, that directly relates. So let's talk a little bit about the cross-sell opportunity. Even if you have a large P&C agency, or if you sell final expense, what's the opportunity cross-selling Medicare?
So it's huge. I mean, like Luis is pulling up those pins right there. I mean, our organization, most of them are wearing these pins nonstop all the time. I mean, some of them will even make a fun joke of it. They'll have 2 on their hats and 3 on their shirt.
And why are they wearing them, other than just some branding and people knowing their Medicare? Why is it important that they're wearing them and having people approach them about Medicare?
That mainly is our compliance scenario that we have to deal with. So when there's not what we call an EBR, when there's not an existing business relationship, okay, you got to go out and fish. Okay, so you got to bait your hook, you got to throw it out there, and you got to wait for them to bite. Okay, you cannot directly approach them. So if you're an FE guy, any kind of life guy, if you're a P&C guy, okay, you have to fish for them unless they are already your customer. So we wear these pins. That you may have an FE guy and he's out on an FE appointment, which is a final expense appointment, and they're talking to a senior and they're wearing this. As soon as they say, hey, I want to talk about my Medicare, it is game on. They bit the hook. Okay.
Yep.
There's different ways to fish, different kinds of bait you can put out there, but regardless, if they're not your customer, you got to bite. Now for the P&C guy, well, guess what? We got a book of business. We can directly approach those customers. Hey, David. Hey, how's your auto policy coming? Well, great. Whatever your response is. By the way, you're turning 65 next month. Okay, we need to talk. Okay, you're very young for 65, but you need to come by and see me. You're probably getting inundated with mail. You're getting unsolicited phone calls, but I've been doing this for a while. I'm going to help you out. Come on by. Completely compliant in that.
And let me give you some real life numbers to speak on Luis's points on this. Real life numbers, real guys that are doing this in real life with buying zero Medicare leads, 100% only cross-selling and wearing these badges out there, this, that, and the other. And Lou, we have guys doing between 250 and 400, going to be doing between 250 and 400 in their first, just by learning how to cross-sell, wear these badges out there, are hitting crazy numbers and not spending a penny on marketing.
What does it look like when you actually do have systems and things in place and modern tech for really helping take advantage of, being successful on the Medicare side?
So I'm going to talk about why us, and I want Matt to chime in on some of the tools that we've got. But the why us? Okay, we are like an FMO, or we are an FMO, and so pretty much you can get your contracts through us. Okay, if you want. Okay, now, but you can get them through numerous entities out there. Okay, I mean, there's hundreds of them. The why us? So I've been doing this since '99, and I'm going to tell you, David, let's assume I'm teaching people how to fight. Okay, do you want to learn from a veteran who's been fighting, or do you want to know from a guy who just got appointed last year and is going to teach you from a book and has barely even been in the fight?
I'll pick the fighter.
Yeah, I think you want the fighter that's, even if he gets his butt kicked all the time, at least he's got some wounds, he's got some scars out there. Okay, so I always tell agents, you know what? I've been doing this since '99. I have a partner. This thing is so huge that I had to take on a partner. He's been in the business just as long as I have. Now, he's only Medicare. He doesn't do any P&C like I do. But between both of us, we've pretty much encountered every fight out there that you can think of in the Medicare world. Okay, so we've got the experience. And then we kind of decided, you know what? Well, there's also some guys out there like us with a lot of experience and great guys out there. So what are we going to do different? And that's what we said, like, we got to do something different that guys aren't getting out there. And the biggest difference was the support. Okay, so we created a little support structure, and there's things that we're doing on the weekly basis. So number one, we have what we call a GroupMe account. Okay, GroupMe is just a chat room, and we share our numbers. Agents ask questions. We have great agents out there that are in the fight every single day, and so they chime in. We're all helping each other. So we got a GroupMe. Okay, that's great. Okay. Secondly, we do trainings every Tuesday morning, and then my partner Patrick, he is about to graduate a class, and we're about to start a new one. So we're taking you from contracting and certification, going through presentation, talking product, all the way to the end of the 8 weeks. You've got a damn good foundation of what you need to do when you get out there. Okay.
And is that starting up this Thursday?
Every Thursday. And Pat, I think he does it at 9 o'clock, right, Pat, Matt?
Yeah, but I think what David is asking is, yes, the new class starts. I'll double check, David, but I think class number 8 finishes this Thursday. Next Thursday, the new class begins, and it's a roll. It all builds on top of each other. We try to get the agents a foundation, right? Because they need the foundation. Once they have the foundation, then we can pour and build the rest of the house, right? But you got to have the foundation set correctly. We've always felt that once you have that, then you're able to, then it's just about getting in front of more people, because now you know what you're supposed to do. It's already in your head. You have the knowledge. Now it's about getting in front of people. We have that too. That's the leads and all that to get you in front of people. But we got to build the foundation first. So yes, that's going to start, I believe, next Thursday.
Right. And then I still haven't got to the good stuff yet, man, because not only do we have that, we've got training videos, we got YouTube channels, we got Facebook groups, we got all that. But here's where we're shining and where we're a little bit different. The one thing that we do and is agent, the phone a friend, the phone a trainer. Okay, so we told Matt that what we're going to do different than everybody else is we're going to answer our damn phones when you call. Okay, when you call, and I tell them, text me or Patrick, call me and Patrick. I mean, we both have the same, we're pretty much 99.9% aligned with all of our answers. Okay, we very rarely deviate. So we work together so well on that one. But we're going to try to take your call. Now, there's some times when, you know what, we're with a client and I can't. But the odds of me and Patrick both being with a client at the same time, kind of slim. But we take your calls, because that's what happens. Everybody wants to get your damn contract, and they want to sign you up, and then they're going to say, here you go. And this is what happened to me when I started. Here's the training videos, good luck. We wish you the best. Okay. Try calling your upline in the middle of an appointment. You may hear from them in a week. Okay. But no way in hell you're going to probably hear from them in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Okay.
Yeah. A lot of what we did was we take what worked for us in the final expense organization and transition it over to Medicare, and it relates and correlates perfectly.
You know, I talk about this all the time, just in general, that the reason 92% in insurance industry in general don't make it past the first couple of years is the lack of support, mentorship, and guidance in how to, you know, how to be successful in the industry. They're right. Yes, most people will throw you a contract, figure it out. If not, I'll hire, you know, give contracts to more people, and the numbers will eventually shake out. But no, that's why it's so important that if you are anywhere, that they are giving that support, that guidance, the mentorship, what really FMOs, IMOs, and everything should be giving their agents. I mean, that's the whole point, right? That you're giving up an override is for someone helping you and guiding you, setting you up for success.
And if you want to know, well, what is it? What, you know, how do I get on that list if I get with you guys? You know, mainly what we ask for is you set up 10 appointments. We want 10 solid appointments, and you, of course, you have to have your contracts with us. And then we go out, we'll fly in the day before, we'll do a little all-nighter, do a chit-chat, you know, answer a bunch of stuff. And then in the morning, we're going to roll out, and you're going to see my presentation, how I do it. And usually by the middle of the afternoon, you know, by lunchtime, I'm sitting back there just screwing around on my phone while the agent has taken over at that point. And I'm just chiming in when I see something not go right that shouldn't be, that something that's going wrong. But other than that, the learning curve in this thing is easy. I mean, it's not that hard. It's not a hard business to master.
Which is awesome, and that you guys do that is awesome. Look, can you guys talk a little bit about both for the industry and then you guys as yourselves, as far as the opportunities kind of with online and now the texting and the kind of platforms of technology you guys are using for yourselves? And then,
let me hit on that. So we're utilizing a system right now. It's a pretty cool feature. It's like an all-in-one quote software engine, you know, very much like they have on the final expense side. This is almost a comparable to on the Medicare side, but you know, allows you to text to enroll somebody, which is super cool, especially with some of the heavy hitters that we have on our team. Yeah, they just sit there, and it's efficient, right? Because I mean, these are the guys, you know, they're selling 3 policies a day, sometimes some weeks, right? And so it allows them to get in and get out and still go and enroll that person all through via text. Pre-fill, they're able to pre-fill enrollment applications as well, utilizing this software system. You know, they're able to save prescriptions, check all the meds in one convenient location as well. You know, email summary of benefits, save medications for the client. Saving the medications is huge. That's a huge time saver. You don't have to go to each individual carrier and company and find all these things. You don't have to, no more searching Medicare.gov to do all this stuff. So it's a huge thing to have this software all in one system. Pop, boom. Again, it creates more efficiency, and that especially with a heavy hitter, you need more efficiency. If you can see an extra client or 2 per day because your systems are so much faster and more efficient, then you can catch that one extra, help that one extra client, get that one extra sale per day. You add that up through the rest of the year, and it looks nice.
And I want to chime in on that one. That software is great. I'm still going old school. Yeah, I'm a P&C guy, so my clients are used to coming to me. Now, we are taking a ton of precautions. For those of you to think, well, due to COVID, business has stopped. They're still turning 65, guys. They still have to enroll. So you just take your precautions. You know, we're telling our guys, you know, yeah, you can still go face-to-face. Sure, just take all your precautions. Wear your mask, sanitize, do the social distancing. We have guys that are taking a little table and chairs and sitting outside, you know, just so that they can create enough space and have that fresh air. I'm used to visiting with my people up front, and you know, we're just taking as many precautions as we can. So old school face-to-face is still there, but for those that have that technology, that have emails and have internet, I will tell you, every carrier out there has their enrollment platform that you can utilize, but they don't have text. So that new platform that Matt is talking about does have that ability to enroll by text, which is huge. But you got to remember, you know, seniors, a lot of them don't have emails, internet at home. You know, it's just one of those things that's not in their their budget, but they do have cell phones.
They do, and they know how to text.
Oh, yeah, they do know how to text. You're right. If you don't mind, some of these agents think, well, where am I going to get business from? Yeah, I can go buy leads. Okay, great. But you know what? There's a lot of organic things that you can do, organic methods for lead gen. Okay, number one is what we call grassroots. You go sit at some senior centers. You go sit at some doctor groups' offices. Okay, you can. I have a booth at a grocery store, one of the biggest chains here, which I man a couple of days during the week during annual enrollment. You can do that, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to put P&C guys, we'll put them here in this little bubble, and agents, okay? Some P&C guys don't have the bandwidth to get into this, okay? Some do, okay? If you don't have the bandwidth, you can ask or partner up with one of our agents and we can get the agents in there, okay? Now, we tell our agents, go find P&C guys that don't want to get into the business because they've got books of business, they've got seniors in that book that need help. Go partner with those P&C guys, help them out. And you know what? You can become an unpaid employee. So if I wasn't in this business, somebody approached me, we'd have to establish the trust. But if they hit me up and said, you know what, here's what I want to do, Luis. I want to contact your book on your behalf from your phone line. So they see it ringing, okay? Number two, if you just tell me what they have, I'm going to do that customer service call. Hey, Matt, thank you for insuring your auto and your home with the Moreno Insurance Agency. The agent just wanted me to call you and tell you thank you for your business. Okay. By the way, Mr. Matt, we see that you're turning 65. So the agent asked me to call you to tell you that this is what we're doing. Okay. It's that simple. Now, guess what? You're the life guy. You're visiting with Matt. You guys are in the middle of that appointment. If you uncover anything that let's just say that they don't have life insurance and you start throwing those leads on that agent's desk, I, as an agent, I'm going to love you because we got life quotas that we got to meet. Okay. I want to sell life insurance. Well, if you're feeding me, Jesus Christ, why would I not want you to be here at my office? I don't have to pay you. And in fact, you're even going to pay me. We tell the agents, hey, they're licensed. You can split some commissions, or work something out. It is one of those things that is a great opportunity. Great opportunity. So,
let me also add a couple of things, Lou. We don't have to say the name of it, but we also have a program because one thing we didn't talk about real quick, David, was not only cross-selling, final expense and all that kind of stuff with Medicare, but the other little things as well. We call them little, but some of these savings are huge. So we're helping people. A lot of agents come to us and, on the Medicare side and they don't even know what a hospital indemnity plan is still. Right. So Luis can maybe talk a little bit on the hospital indemnity side. We're able to help people on the short term and the hospital indemnity, cancer plans. I just went with Luis the other day to do he wrote up a cancer plan on one of my clients. I just wanted to see him make sure that he knocked the rust off a little bit on that.
You did. I did knock out some rust. So
and then Lou, and then we have that other program, right? Remember last week we had a couple of agents talk about how they saved. One client saved their person $400 on their one medication a month. The other one saved $500 on one medication per month. So you're talking about saving this individual $5,000 for one person and $6,000 for the year for the other person. Imagine what that does and opens up more cross-selling opportunities. And guess what that also does? Oh my goodness, when you can save somebody that much money, now they're bringing in their friends and family and they think you can help them all out.
So our agents, when we train them, we're just not doing just Medicare. So we're looking, kind of getting almost a holistic picture of the insured. So where you're going in there and you're fact finding and you're trying to figure out ways to help the insured. And in turn, it's going to make you a little extra money. So not only are you going to make some money on the Medicare plan that you're going to offer them, but I tell my agents that I work with, guys, if you're not offering a HIP plan, which is a hospital indemnity, Some of these seniors, they're lucky to have $100 in their account at the end of the month. Okay, and then they may have co-pays to meet. So you need to offer that hospital indemnity. Okay, what about cancer? Well, your Medicare plan is going to cover your cancer, but there's some other things that it cannot. Okay, so cancer plans are great. Home health care, we got home health care plans that we can help you with. So we think there's multiple products that we teach our agents to offer at the time of your appointment. And if you don't get the sale, no big deal. But that's where your retention program comes into place. Just because you didn't get them now doesn't mean you can't get them later. And so, yes, I agree with you, Matt. A ton of products that we can offer out there. We're just not going to hit them with one product. We're going to offer a package to them.
Absolutely. And before we get into that surprise announcement, but before that though, I did want to cover, hey, there's lots of organic ways through grassroots, and there's even faster ways too, and scalable, even more scalable ways also. So let's talk a little bit about those special programs that you guys have as far as the lead side that you guys have going on too, because I think it's pretty unique.
Yeah, we do have two ways. I mean, somebody can come in and do their thing. They can get their own leads. Maybe they've been working with this lead vendor for X amount of years and they're comfortable with them. No problem. They come into our organization, they get everything else they want. It's kind of like an a la carte system, right? You just pick and choose what you want. You don't want to join our Zoom meetings each week? That's fine. If you want them, they're going to be there. We're going to be on whether you're there or not, right? If you want to, dive into our training, that's totally fine. We're constantly having, and those that do join us, please understand, we've recorded all this stuff. So you're going to get all the backlog of training calls, everything, training videos, everything that you've missed, you're going to get. But to answer your question, David, yes, we do have an option for a free lead program. So some of our agents are on a free lead program where they get 100% free leads. They have to hit certain numbers, certain quotas to get the free leads. If they fall short, if they hit a certain percentage below that, it's a graded scale. So the leads might be $5, for example, if they hit below the threshold to get free leads. So we do have a free lead program and a free appointment setting program as well. So some of our agents, the heavy hitters, they're on free leads and free appointment setting.
And Matt, these aren't age leads either, right?
No, these are fresh, hot, good leads.
A good lead, man.
Good.
They're a hot lead. They're a hot lead, man. What's the name of the movie? Who has the hot lead?
Yeah, here's the other fun thing about this.
Glenn Barry, Glenn Ross, maybe? Or the boiler room. So, yeah.
Here's one cool thing. I always like to say this right here. Right, David, Luis, we've all heard it, right? Everybody says the same stuff. We have the best leads. We have the best trainers. We have the best contracts. We have the best, blah, 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 right? So wouldn't you assume if they have the best of everything, they'd also have at least a few of the best agents, right? Only makes sense. And so that's where I think where the cream rises right there is like we can confidently say, yeah, we'll put our top 3 agents against anybody's in the country, and so that's huge because, that's what you usually, okay, well then what does your top 3 agents do? That's when you start hearing the crickets, right? But that same person just said they did the best this and the best that, the best that, the best, right? So I think that's a big thing, David, that kind of separates people. And
yeah, I mean, it's one thing, if agents don't take advantage of certain things and don't put everything into play or follow systems and processes, those are always going to be there. But for the ones that do follow everything and that, everybody, people are telling them, we do have the best systems, we do have the best training, we do have the best leads, and I'm taking advantage of all of that. Yeah, obviously it should be at the top. And I believe like Adam was top Medicare producer in the country, right? I mean, so it's there. That's what happens. And so, I think that's huge. And so, having those opportunities and those different resources, people want to do grassroots, they want to cross sell, they want access to leads. There's all these different options and, whichever way people want to go or what they want to implement or, probably best, diversify and have kind of everything coming in and doing all of it. But that's awesome that everything's there. And for people that want to get in Medicare, it's a huge opportunity. And so, at Medicare 65 plus, is there any surprise or anything that you guys are now doing that may actually help people before then, and maybe even, build a relationship even before the Medicare side?
Okay, so I hear entities out there, hey, we've got exclusive T65 leads. Man, that is the biggest crock of crap out there, whatever it is. Okay, guys, there is no T65 exclusive. I mean, yeah, an agency like mine, P&C, okay, I may have my own T65, but I keep hearing out there, oh, I'm going with these guys because they got T65s. Well, guess what? Negative. It's not out there. It's like those hot leads that Glengarry has in the file cabinet. Okay, so that's one thing you got to realize. It's out there. They do put it out there. It's not something exclusive. Okay, now for the good stuff. Here we go. So there has been a product out there that I've been in this business for a good while, and I've been offering this product. And there's a misconception out there that there's no money in it. So a lot of agents tend to stay away. Okay. Drum roll, is anybody like, oh, I'm just kind of, here we go. So for those of you that are not in the under 65 market for health insurance, okay, and don't be getting mad at me when I say Obamacare and throwing some political crap to me, but Obamacare is a freaking windfall, okay? ACA under 65, and Obamacare is a nickname to the law. It's not health insurance. There's still carriers underneath that abide or comply with the law that you can offer their products. We are now, and it's not something that's new to us, but we're now rolling it out to agents out there who want it. And guys, I will tell you, there's some serious money out there in this thing, okay? And not only is there serious money in it, and you can acquire a lot of clients in a short amount of time, but now you're going to have a book of business that down the road is going to be turning 65, so it feeds the Medicare. For the P&C guy, I just acquired a book of business that I can cross-sell auto and home to, okay? For my P&C book that is not 65, now I can sell them ACA. It is an incredible product out there. So if you've been thinking about, should I offer it? Well, there's not a lot of money in it. Guys, there's some serious money. Now, I will tell you where there's not a lot of money in it is in the upline, okay? So that's why you don't hear about it very much. But for us agents out there in the ACA world, and I'll just give you a good idea, and I'm going to throw, because we're dealing with different commission structures and different carriers from all over the country. I'm going to throw out kind of a little lowball number. I'm going to throw out $16, okay? In the ACA world, okay, when you go write a mom, dad, and 2 kids, okay, you've made $72 a month times 12, $800 and something. You just made freaking $800 on mom and dad and 2 kids, and I'm going to show you how you can do that in 30 minutes.
Yeah, but here's the cool thing also, Lou. Now that mom and dad,
30 minutes.
Well, hold on. Let's say that mom and dad, let's say they're 60 years old or 55 years old, whatever. Now you have them as potential clients until they pass away, right?
They can't go anywhere. They're locked in.
So yeah, so I mean, it's a huge lifetime. You're going to have them potentially for a lifetime.
And guess what, guys? I don't just sell them an ACA policy, health policy. I throw in a hospital indemnity. I may throw a Medigap. It does not have dental and vision built in for the adults. So I offer a dental and vision plan. And while I'm at it, guess what? They're going to get a life quote. Okay, their mom and dad are going to both get life quotes. And guess what? I play the game right. So when my lobby fills up with people, I turn my 9-person staff here into a little factory. So, and I play stupid. So I sit there and I'm quoting away, man. Dude, I can type. I'm going at it like you wouldn't believe, and I can knock out a quote in 5 minutes. Okay. Now, I usually will tell them, damn, man, my computer, something's wrong with my computer. But you know what? I could probably fix it in about 10 minutes. Matt, would you mind sitting with Laura while I figure this out? So now I'm going to send you to Laura, and Laura's going to work something up for you. In the meantime, I'm just sitting there. I'm moving on to my next one and knocking out the quote. Laura's probably going to offer them an indemnity plan or a metal gap plan, and the other girl's going to offer her a home. I mean, they get bombarded with my people. And then magically, I show up at the right time. So we have an inner office text messaging thing. Hey, Luis, we're ready. I'll go over there and I'll show up. Hey, Matt, my computer's working now. We're ready to go. Okay. Well, I have no idea what they did, but now you come into my office and now I'm knocking out the ACA plan that I'm offering to you guys or to the insured. At that point, we may or may not have a package, but regardless, I can make $800 in half an hour. And that's way cool. I don't know about you guys.
The Luis system. I like it. Yeah.
So what the heck is a surprise, man? Well, the freaking surprise is if you want ACA and you don't know where to go, guys, you can come to the Insurance Squad and we can take care of that for you.
ACA as well. Yeah.
ACA, it's beautiful, man. And I would tell you, there's no money. There's too much work. Hell no, there's not too much work. Okay. Also, hell no, there's not that much service work. There's a little bit of service work. Everything has service work. It's not that easy, but it is for the amount of money you can make. I'll do the service work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, what it is also, David, it's a feeder, right? Mm-hmm. Just like Final Expenses, it's the same clientele. It feeds the Medicare train. I mean, the ACA is going to feed our Medicare business. I mean, it's a feeder product that we're going to help them out, and then eventually we have them as clients, and we're going to help them out on the Medicare Advantage side of things, the over 65 stuff.
Hey, Carlos has got the calculator in his head, just like me.
I
like that. You're right, Carlos. The only calculator you need is in your head.
The glasses are on.
Julie, I need a calculator.
He sees all the comments now. He's scrolling back through what I missed. So
yeah, there are my glasses. Okay, now I can't see again.
And Matt, was that what you're going to talk about? Is what's even better than that? Was that essentially you're building a pipeline, or was there something else you were going to say too?
Yeah, no. I mean that.
No, I'm going to agree with Matt. Yes, that is also super cool. We use you can build a big enough pipeline that you can use that pipeline to help grow whatever other business that you're in, whether it's P&C, whether it's Medicare. It's just a matter of mining your book.
Yeah, I mean, how much better is it to get them earlier into ACA, establish a relationship, making additional income, everything there, and then when it turns 65, you're right there, and they know exactly you're going to help them with that and take them from there, rather than everybody going after the same people turning 65 and competing there. It's like I already have relationships with all these people, and now I'm just transitioning Medicare as they turn 65. So
and here are two things. So the more, and this is the P&C thing, and I'm sure it's an FE, whatever. The more products you have with one insured, the longer they stay with you. Medicare and ACA go hand in hand. They have very similar enrollment seasons. So again, don't wait till you get close, because at that point I'm already in selling mode. I'm also in the fight, you guys. I'm not just outside now. I'm in the fight, and I was very proud of myself. I wrote a little over 600 ACA policies.
Nice.
Last enrollment season in 45 days. I mean, literally here till 2 or 3 o'clock at night processing apps. Because during the day we're helping agents. It's not like I'm going to tune the agents out. So during the day we're selling, but my focus is my commitment to the Insurance Squad and the agents that are with us, and we're taking calls all day long. Okay.
Yeah, like Luis said earlier, super important, guys. Get all the contracts and let's get all that stuff done now if you are interested, because there needs to be a little learning curve time, and you have AEP starting October 15th. Then you have ACA starting November 1st. So we need a little bit of time to get all that stuff processed, get you involved with our training, all of our resources. You can really dive in, and that way, when that time comes, boom, you're ready.
And then for the ACA, you're like, okay, well, how do I get started with it? I've already created a 8-week course. Well, it's an 8 course. You can take them on one day if you want to, but I've already created the courses for them. All you've got to do is literally watch and hold on here.
He's gonna find something.
Okay, I know I'm smart, okay, but I walk around and I have a Medicare Smart Book.
Oh.
Agents get this. Hey, I like it. I put mine's a little thick. It's got a bunch of crap. But I also created an ACA Smart Book. Very ingenious cover here, man. I mean, man, very, very.
We're going to have Julie help you with that one.
He's a minimalist. A minimalist.
Hey, somebody could help me with the cover. Julie, come on, Julie. You should feel embarrassed that you have not helped me with my cover.
There's an Insurance Squad logo on there. I feel like you need that.
something. I hope she's turning red right now because look, it's white. It's not even in color, but
what's inside that's important.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. But you know what? Partner up with us. You know, we'll give you this knowledge, this stuff that I use and I know works, and you gotta have it because time is money. You cannot sit here screwing around trying to figure stuff out. No, we give it to you all concise, ready to rock and roll. And so you get these goodies. You're going to get our training course that I created, and it's going to take you from, hey, I don't know anything about health insurance. I don't even know what a freaking copay or co-insurance or deductible, how it works, and short-term home health care. I'm sorry, short-term care. There's so many different products out there. You know, we're going to take you from pretty much, hey, terminology to showing you how to quote to all the different scenarios that I've run into and all the way to issuing policies. And this is on the ACA side. And it's all done on one quoting platform, and we're going to roll that out to you. You're going to love it. It's also your CRM. It's a great free tool that you get when you're with us.
Thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate it. And we'll see more of you throughout the week, I know. So,
yeah. All right. Appreciate you, Dave. Thank you.
See you guys. Bye-bye. Good night.